Extravagant Fragrances back here again with another follow-up to a question in the comment section. And that is, this person said that sounds like there's a lot of competition in their area. And what could they do to kind of rise above their competition in the stores that they supply? And they had mentioned, should they use the 30 ml, which would be the 1 ounce roll-on bottles, versus the competition, which is the 1/3 ounce. And I would say it really depends on what kind of price is the customer willing to pay. What is the average priced item in the store that the customer pays when they come in? Is it a customer that doesn't really care? They're just impulse buyers and they're not really shopping for quality? Or is it a customer who is a little more, should I say, picky about what they're buying when it comes to fragrance? So that's one thing I would say is if it's the type of store where they're spending a lot more money than, say, a convenience store or a liquor store, right? Those kind of places tend to be places where you have a lot of impulse buying going on. People go in there and they want to buy some drinks or whatever, and next thing you know, they got a couple packs of incense sticks, a roll-on, and a pack of gum, right? So if it's that kind of place, I would probably say stick with your low-ticket items. If it's a beauty supply store or a place where people spend more money for whatever product that they're getting, right? If they go in there, let's say it's a beauty supply store, and they're going in there and they're spending $20-30 on a hair conditioner or something, I don't know, right? Then that should tell you what they're willing to spend. And there are a few ways too, though, as far as standing out with competition. And it's not just, well, you need to just jump it up to another size. It could be, but I would look at what does the competition's labels look like, right? What are their prices? Are the prices competitive? Okay. Sometimes competing with the competition, for me personally, means going up in price and going up in the quality to reflect that price, right? So yes, the customer goes into the store, they're like, Extravagant Fragrances, his is like $1, $2 more, and then boom, then you got this guy over here, I can get that for $5, right? Well, you need to smell the difference. And people know the difference. When it comes to quality, people know the difference for sure. And so that's one way you could, one angle you could come at your competition is go up in price, go up in quality, and know what is their threshold. What's gonna be like, ooh, that's steep, right? If you need to know that, that information before you move into something like that. Or it could be something where it's like, okay, I'm going to change the artwork. I'm going to change I know one guy who he color codes the text of the fragrance. It's not an extra fancy label, but he color codes the text to go with the actual fragrance, right? So that's something you got to look at, right? I personally, I don't like to meet a budget. If I know Joe Schmo over here he's moving out roll-ons at $3 a bottle all day long, and they're selling, I don't like to meet a price point and come down off of my quality to meet that price point. For me, that's risky. That's risky for my business, because if I'm gonna be trying to chase after a price point, I'm buying stuff in bulk, and if the quality isn't up to par, and I put that out there, and customers are complaining about the quality, then I'm stuck with a lot of fragrance. And so I usually try to, if I'm gonna compete, I compete up. I don't compete down. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about. It could be the style of the bottle you're using. I know some guys, we had a thing here in the city where it's like, the brothers, like one brother's using, pink caps, and next thing you know, everybody else is copying the brother with the pink caps. And he's not carrying pink caps anymore because the brothers are copying him. So, you have to learn what is your secret, what's your secret sauce as far as how you move your product, your fragrance. And also it could be, if it's the same fragrance as the competitor, like I said, I would go up. I would increase the quality, right? It might take a little bit of time. Let's say you go up a couple bucks, or you raise the wholesale what the distributor is going to buy it off of you from, and you raise it up. It might take a little bit of time for them to kind of trust that quality. But my advice would be to, if you have customers coming in the store, if it's okay with the customer and the shop owner, because you don't want to solicit, right? You want to get their permission and see, hey, can I swipe this? Can I sample this on people coming in and out, and just see what they say? There, you got a live testimonial right there. If they come in and you swipe it on someone, and the customers are raving about your product right there in front of the owner, that will also give you a foot in the door, hopefully. And another thing to think about is just coming in with completely different fragrances. Come in with fragrances that the competition doesn't have, and they're not going to go out of their way to get it. So it's like you're not really in competition with each other now at this point. You're just providing more options. And I remember when I used to supply some of the shops back in San Diego with incense, I had competitors who they had completely different incense, and my incense were completely different. And the shop owner didn't mind carrying like 3 different wholesalers' incense. So you go in there, he has like Nag Champa and the blue boxes, and 3 other handcrafters of incense, and he ordered regularly. There was another a wholesale distributor there that it's like everybody in the whole city kind of just catered to him because they were just familiar with his face, and he was from their people. He was the same race and everything. So, and I mean, the quality of his sticks weren't even good, but they explained to me, like, we know him, we've known him for many years, we know his family and this and that, and so that's why we buy from him, right? And so it was kind of like a, I'm taking care of my own in the community type of thing. But they didn't have any issues with taking on my incense when I believe they were way better quality. So those are just some different things, switch up the fragrances, switch up the names, change the names. You don't have to keep the same name. If the other person has an inferior quality, you can come in, change the name, and just come in with a more premium quality, but just change the name. So those are just some different things to think about when you are getting into the different stores. And also think about your offers. Like when you get in there, when that person buys off of you, say, listen, I'm going to do a special every once in a while. Okay, listen, I'm going to bring this kit into your store and tell you what, just this time, this month, and only this month, if you order and give them a certain dollar amount, if you order a certain amount, I will give you X amount of bottles for free, right? Just throw it in there, right? And I would also investigate. What are you paying for from the other competitor, if you don't mind me asking? Now, some distributors are not honest, As a matter of fact, I find a lot of the times many distributors are not honest on what they pay. If you ask them, what are you paying wholesale? They'll over exaggerate what they're paying, or under exaggerate what they're paying, right? And so I don't know if that's a more accurate way to get the information you need, but I would be asking questions. Find out what they're paying from the other distributor. And sometimes that's not really necessary, especially if the quality of the other distributor isn't even that good, right? I don't need to ask, what do you pay from so-and-so if their quality is trash. If I have a better quality fragrance and the other distributor doesn't, I don't care about their price. I'm like I said, I'm going to come in with a higher price, but you're going to get a way more premium product, and that product's not going to be sitting on your shelf like the rest of the other trash over here. And so I have heard of situations like that where some of these guys are selling straight trash, and it's not moving. And no shop owner wants fragrance or any product to just be sitting on the shelf collecting dust. So hope this helps. Like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions, I'm always looking for topics to talk about. Throw them down in the comment section, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.